counts down. The ball finishes with Nikki Hudson. And Australia have won a most exciting and very entertaining game of hockey here in Pool B. After leading 4-2 at half-time, they survived the Korean fight back and they've hung on to win by 4-3.
Do you really want it? Have you fought for it? Sunk your soul into it? Have you hit hard enough? Sacrificed enough? Come back, shaken it off? Stood proud?
It made the lead. The hit though went behind her. So some sustained pressure on the US defence here. The last time these teams played in a World Cup competition was the playoff for 9th and 10th in Perth 4 years ago. It was scoreless at full time and extra time, and Japan finished up winning 4-2 on penalties. Since then, they've met most recently at the World Cup qualifier, where Japan won 4-1, and before that, the Champions Challenge last year in Virginia Beach, where Japan won by 3-1. Sashimi Awayo, that's the free hit. Might have gone either way, that one. Akimi Kato, can the captain inspire her team? Nobody there to touch it in. Goalkeeper happy to let it go.
Well, certainly there was a gap. The angle probably not quite right for Japan to get a deflection.
Here's a chance. Chiba. Morimoto. Great save. Amy Tran. Fantastic work by the goalkeeper. Unluckily into one of her defenders' bodies and penalty corner results, but terrific instinctive save by Amy Chan. That's excellent.
It wasn't a bad shot either from Chiba. She really did give it all her might. She's not a big girl. She certainly can hit the ball hard though.
So Japan, their first penalty corner of the game. They've scored 1 of 8 penalty corners in their previous 2 games. And the lady pushing it out was the one who scored. Again, straight at the goalkeeper, and Amy Tran uses the left mitt just to pad it away. Dawson, good control. Silvetti. This is Komori. Just held out by Doughton. Awayo. Last 2 minutes of this game. Sashimi Awayo. Komori again. Baseline. Chance to set something up or earn a penalty corner. Didn't do either. Obstructed the ball with her stick and gives up the free hit. Wasted opportunity. The coach, Seung Yu from Korea. Former international for Korea at the Seoul and Atlanta Olympic Games. Coaches full-time at a Japanese university and also has charge of the national team in conjunction with Honda Masashi, the team manager and high-performance director in Japan. Morimoto. Chiba bundled off the ball illegally by Dawson. Nakagawa. And Morimoto missed it. Last minute of the game. Kelly Smith for the US. Japan told to move 5 metres away from the free hit. That's why the US delayed taking it. And when they did, they gave it up. 20-odd seconds to get the ball up the other end and do something. It's not going to happen. Now, can the US bang it in, earn a penalty corner or a shot on goal? That was the intent. The hit wasn't accurate. Break by Japan, but there will not be time, I don't think, unless there's a deliberate breach inside the circle. There was not, and so we run out with what will be for both of these teams a disappointing scoreless draw, but when you look at it on balance, I suspect that's probably a fair reflection of the game. The US and Japan, 0-0 at full time. To the left, South Africa in gold and green. Maggie Isaga goes back to Eileen Stepnik. Claudia Burkhardt. Aymar. Burkhardt, Isaga. Eileen Stepnik. Umpire Sarah Garnett being joined today by Jean Duncan on the far side of the pitch. Toss over the top by Taryn Bright is penalised as being dangerous. Aymar through traffic, works towards the circle, earns the free hit. Challenged by Jen Wilson. Trapped by Leslie Ann George. Push out wasn't effective. Ariana Gonzalez to the 200 gamer, Mercedes Margolot. Marina Russo is looking for Gulia. Out came Fiona Butler. Fouled in the challenge, gets the free hit. Henna Duboisson goes back to Butler, off her stick, Argentina's ball. Claire Mitchell-Taverner with me in commentary, and big test for South Africa this.
Really big test, really important match for them. Every game's important, obviously, but as you get into the tournament, South Africa are finding they are without points. They need to find some, at least one today, as you said earlier.
It's just the one from the scoreless draw against Korea so far. They'd love a win. As I said in that 4-test series in Buenos Aires last March, they weren't that far off the pace. I think from memory 4-1 was the worst result they suffered.
Well, they certainly pushed the Australian girls on day one of the tournament.
Loose ball, Russo goes on the reverse. Straight at Caroline Jack. There's Gabriel Minadeo, coach of Argentina. Russo, Stepnik, Burkhardt on square. Well out of reach of Luciana Aymar.
Estamos bien, dale.
Va bien, dale.
Cuidado, Valle.
South Africa are certainly taking their time to take this free hit.
Shane Biermeier. Stepnik. Margolot. Stepnik once again. Isaga. Maggie Isaga. Aymar. Ball played forward for Burkhardt. Challenged by Mauricio was penalised. Aymar looking for the penalty corner. Raised ball is penalised.
Aymar will be disappointed with that. You can see there's plenty going on here. Sticks all over the place. Argentina end up with the ball, not able to convert that opportunity into a penalty corner.
Stepnik to Aymar. Challenging ball for Lucetti.
Well read by Moraes.
Rosario Lucetti again. Got the cross in, came off the back of the foot this time of Marsha Marosha, and she's really struggling with her trapping in the circle.
Yes, it all comes down to footwork, I guess. If you get it right early, you're much better balanced to make the trap. If it hadn't been for the foot, the ball was most certainly dangerous also when it was raised up.
So Garcia will be to push out. Argentina have converted 3 of 15 penalty corners before today. Margalot converted 1 of them. That one took a deflection off the drag flick and goes for a corner ball. Marosha it was who got out there. Meanwhile, we've got another penalty corner while you were watching the replay. South African defence sets again. Push in from Garcia. Margalot goes direct and low and makes it. Mercedes Margalot celebrates the occasion of her 200th international game with her second goal of the tournament.
And she really did flick that with tremendous power. I have a feeling that Luciana Amar at the top of the circle distracted everybody. She moved early, but the power was terrific, and that's exactly what made the difference here. The accuracy was spot on also. The goalkeeper didn't seem to be up or down, sort of somewhere in the middle. It's no place to be for the goalkeeper. Fabulous goal for Argentina.
Lucky to retain possession. And Jen King, the South African coach, knows it. Here's Rebecci, Garcia. Gonzalez to her left if she wants to use her. Opts to go right where there was nobody but Butler. Taryn Bright now.
That was really good defence by South Africa though. There were 4 players that really made a big effort to get back and prevent Garcia from running forward or making an effective pass. So certainly the pressure was just as it should have been from South Africa. Paying Garcia the ultimate respect, of course. She's a very good player with the ball, very dangerous.
Veermeyer, good tackle, wins the free hit. Shane Veermeyer. Jen Wilson got a push in the back from Maggie Isaga, who gets a word from umpire Sarah Garnett. Don't do it again. Mauricia is possessed by Aguirre. Shelley Russell earned the free hit. Well played by Gabrielle Aguirre. Margalot miscued with that. Landed fortunately. Here's Gonzalez. Isaga. Veermeyer pressing hard. Challenge on Rebecci. Just held her up but conceded the free hit. Garcia inside Hector, runs at the circle. Great tackle from Jen Wilson. Perfectly timed.
She came from nowhere almost, didn't she?
It was fantastic.
Perfect sliding tackle. You have to get that absolutely right. If you muck it up at all, the umpires will certainly give a penalty corner.
Celebrated her 100th game in the last game they played against Korea. Jen Wilson from KwaZulu-Natal. A lot relies on Jen Wilson these days following the retirement of Peter Kutsia. Aguirre won't catch that. toss over the top and out of bounds. Last minute of the first half, just the single goal in it so far. Scored by Mercedes Margalot in the 29th minute of this 35-minute first half. Margalot. Aguirre. Fiona Butler winning the free hit.
Belt trying to make the tackle. Momentum was against her.
Concern on the faces of Argentina's substitute players. Paula Vukasikic in goals for Argentina today. Second battery, looking for the deflection, and they got it. The touch was by Jen Wilson. A goal apiece. That sets Argentina back.
Well, a really well constructed penalty corner here. Everyone thought it was going to the first battery, it went to the second to the right, and then a diving deflection, perfectly executed. Jen Wilson did really well here, but the pass itself was fantastic.
Argentina would have been long odds on coming into this contest.
Yes, they haven't been overawed at all. In fact, they've played like I think they fully deserve to win the match.
Kath Taylor and Taryn Bright here. Veermeyer. And onto the feet, another penalty corner.
Veermeyer does really well here. Sees the opportunity. The foot's not protected by the stick of Stepnik.
Push out to come from Mauritia.
Just the one battery this time at the top for South Africa.
Mauritia, and into the body, has to be a penalty stroke. And Jen Wilson scores one and earns a penalty stroke. Well, South Africa, that is really very well executed. Look at this.
Every pass was spot on, which is exactly how it needs to be. And they've certainly done their homework, South Africa, in terms of the penalty corner defence of Argentina.
Paula Vukasikic playing her first game in goals for this tournament for Argentina. And now has to face Taryn Bright. Umpire Jean Duncan just saying, goalkeeper, you can't move until the stroke is taken. They always do. Taryn Bright, 7 metres out, 1-on-1, wait for the whistle. And she puts it away. Beautifully taken stroke, low, hard to the goalkeeper's right. And guess what? South Africa lead it by 2-1.
Really good penalty stroke, quite emphatic. Really very good power. Accuracy was spot on. The goalkeeper really was left guessing.
Amar. Lovely control. Veermeyer. Slide tackle. Forces it out over the side. Garcia. Earns the free hit. Rousseau off the feet of Moraes, just outside the circle. Real pressure on South Africa. All 11 players back inside the circle. Amar's free. Looks for another penalty corner, doesn't get it. Whoops, miss hit by Veermeyer. Gives Margaret another chance to reload. Rousseau put it straight out. Well, stoic defence from South Africa here. They're absorbing a heap of pressure and causing some problems on the counter-attacks. Interception by Russo, who lost it at the side. Everybody up off the South Africa bench. Moraes happy to let that go out. She knew it was a South African ball. This time Goulia is told to retreat 5 metres. Has it played into her feet. Play on called. Amar, fantastic trap. How did she get that? Luciana Amar rolls it back. Butler is there. Rebecci. Play on called. Missed by 2 South African defenders. Loose ball comes to Isega. She'll take the shot. Raised up off a South African stick. Has to be a penalty corner because it leads to dangerous play. Well, hectic stuff here.
And the difference in that little patch of play was the basic skills. The trapping ability of Amar really made the difference. South Africa turned it over, made a bad pass, and now are paying one of the big prices.
8th penalty corner for Argentina. Jenny Bimson winning the ball at the side. There's Maharaj Kaushik, the coach of India. Danny Kerry, of course, from England, his counterpart today. Sally Walker, Kelly Williams. Cut out for India was penalised. Ellis. Lisa Wooding again. And not held in by Beck Herbert from Leicester. Claire Mitchell-Taverner with me in commentary, and you'd recall that spectacular finish to the Commonwealth Games gold medal game in Manchester, but these two teams didn't meet in the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne, so not a lot of recent history between them.
No, there's not, but the Indian team has so much potential, so many really good players, and they really have pushed both of their opponents in this tournament so far, so anything goes with this Indian team. They get it right, they are a team to watch, that's for sure.
Alex Danson with the through ball to Herbert.
And India really did push the Australian team at the Commonwealth Games in the gold medal match.
Richardson. Ellis goes forward to Chloe Rogers, who's just come on. Rogers. Sally Walton, who'd been given a chance, couldn't make enough of it. Mamta. Poor effort. Now Clulo. Imprecise at the back, India, giving England chances. Raised ball, not dangerous, therefore not whistled. Jasjeet tries to crack it through, finds a foot. They look untidy in defence, India. Clulo. Ellis inside to Richardson. Off the foot of Asunta. Clulo. India's free hit just on the centre line after that challenge by Mel Clulo.
Well read also by Asunta. She did very well to make an interception and looked to be breaking, so England really had to do their best to break her down, otherwise she was away.
Sangai goes left to Mamta. Comes the free hit against Ellis. Jasjeet. And good defence that time by Lisa Wooding. Strong over the ball, earned the free hit. Cullen. Clulo almost got herself into trouble. Dimson. Walker now. And Richardson. A little bit of space. Chloe Rogers. Nobody there. Belted forward by Subhadra. Well cut out by Clulo. Really imprecise passing and trapping. Basic skills letting down both of these teams at the moment. Rogers takes on Suman Bala, who concedes the corner. Wooding finds Richardson, who used the foot rather than the... Free hit awarded to Joe Ellis. Now with Richardson, right. Joe Ellis, ball came up off a stick into her body. We have both Joe Ellises on the pitch at the moment. Number 21, Joanne Ellis from Doncaster. Number 9, Joe Ellis from Ipswich. It's the Ipswich Ellis who is the more experienced. There's Helen Grant giving up the free hit, playing the ball away. India get a 10-metre advance. That's a pretty good 10 metres, since there are only 25 yards between each of the lines. You'd like to buy real estate from that umpire. Walton, nice little slip pass out. Rogers keeps the ball at the side. Richardson, the missed trap covered. Ellis defers to the captain for the day, Helen Richardson, in the absence of the injured Kate Walsh. Lisa Wooding. Rogers finding a fair bit of space. Rogers, that's a good ball inside to right, and well picked by Sangai, but umpire Anne McRae saying that's deliberately over the back line. That's a penalty corner.
And that's what happens when you run at defenders with speed. You force the errors from them, and that's a clumsy error from India. I suppose the option of having run into the circle at speed was the greater of the evils.
So Ellis, the push out. Richardson, the stick stop at the top of the circle, which they missed last time. Cullen goes the flick. Had plenty of power. Not the accuracy.
Certainly was a nice push out and trap again. Cullen really did get onto it, but accuracy was lacking.
Rajwinder is on for India. Number 4. Here's Ritu Rani, the 14-year-old. Exciting young prospect, turns 15 in December this year. Here's Joe Ellis, the younger. Rebecca Herbert. Suman shadows her to the baseline. Herbert's push across. Not very well dealt with back there by Benita Topo. Had the option of letting it go or trapping it cleanly, did neither, conceded the corner. Right, onto a foot, and another penalty corner, their 5th, England. And you'd reckon by the law of averages, they'd have to score relatively soon. England players deciding which variation, if any, they will use. Or will they give Krista Cullen a chance to get the radar set? The last one wasn't that far away. They go the hit this time and deflected away off the pads of Helen Mary Innocent, the goalkeeper. There's the hit. Goalkeeper did well. Jenny Bimson sets it for Clulo. Right. Looking for Helen Grant in the middle, just came off her foot. Suman looking for options, finds the closest one. Cut out by Cullen. Richardson. Ellis. Finds support from Walton. Krista Cullen managed to get it to Herbert, but Sangai was quick enough. Loose ball now. Subhadra pushes it out. Good pressure from the England forwards. Bimson goes back to Cullen. Loose ball into the circle. Right, pushed over, and penalty corner again. In fact, it's Ellis who was pushed over, the younger Joe Ellis. And again, India looking very untidy at the back here.
Going to be called as dangerous because it came off an England stick, but play on was called and really well finished in the end by India.
Look at the timing. Asunta Lakra, whack. Didn't give Katie Roberts in the England goals any chance at all. And as I said, right on the cusp. Helen Grant earns a penalty corner, and the umpire at the centre of it all, Caroline Brun-Creef, in the thick of the action again, and again protests for her, this time from India. She copped a lot of protests during the half-time break after revoking that goal. So the score here is 0-0, despite the fact that India had the ball in the back of the net. Now England have a penalty corner, their first of the second half, their 7th for the game. Push out from Joe Ellis. Cullen, straight at the goalkeeper, ball not trapped properly. Jyoti Kulu for India. You'd have to sense that India have their dander up. They are angry and they're threatening official protests at the end of the game. At one stage, we thought they may not come out for the second half. Now they have a free hit just outside the circle. Asunta Lakra.
Goalkeeping error for sure by Helen Innocent. She's been pretty good so far, but the deflection here had no pace on it. I think that probably fooled her. She thought it was coming at her quicker than it did. In the end, finished very well, simply knocking it over the line by Chloe Rogers. But I think the pace of the ball really threw Innocent. Nonetheless, certainly put it down to a goalkeeping error. But a nice deflection, certainly, in the first instance from England.
Silky Mullet finds the foot of Shuang Li. Anka Kuhn, a little too narrow with the pass. China's ball at the side. Britta von Livonius made it tough for Rodevold. Wren working for and earning the free hit. Wants to take it herself. Tang looking for the penalty corner and earns it. Good work by Tan Chung Ling. Another chance for Ma to come up. See what she can do from the penalty corner. Once again, it'll be Ren to push out. Yvonne Frank and her fellow defenders, seeing if they can predict what variation China will use here. This time it's Fu under the goalkeeper. Kept it covered, Yvonne Frank. Another penalty corner. Got a big hit for a fairly little lady, hasn't she, Fu?
She certainly has. I wonder if Ma could do more at the top of the circle. If she's not going to be used, she'd be a very handy dummy, because most people would be sucked into thinking she was going to hit the ball. That would, of course, give the player to the left much more time.
This time she goes with the flick, and Yvonne Frank gets the mitt on it. Ren unable to keep the ball in. Yvonne Frank stopped a couple of Ma's shots at goal. The one before this had a lot more sting on it. Mind you, that was going.
It was flying, absolutely. She really did get onto it, as they say, and very well kept out by Frank.
Chen. Katarina Schultz with Anke Kuhn. Back to Schultz again. Keller finding a bit of space, puts it inside the Maker Stokel. Free hit just outside the circle off a Chinese foot.
Am linken Fuß von der 3.
Schultz leaves it for Kuhn. Ma and Chen. Chen, who kicked it. Took a while for the umpire to come around to Maker Stokel's way of thinking. 7.5 minutes remaining. Germany have their second penalty corner. Germany to decide which option they'll use. Fanny Renner watching on from the sidelines at the moment. China taking their time to put on extra protective equipment. Zhu wearing a face mask, as is Ma. Kuhn, raised ball. And the umpire is actually, I was going to say, the umpire signalled a penalty corner. The hand signal was right, but she was pointing in the wrong direction. Had everybody confused. It is another penalty corner. And now she's gone to confer with her fellow umpire.
Well, certainly the ball did come up high off a Chinese stick. Therefore, the ball was dangerous after that.
Should be another penalty corner. I'm not sure what all the conjecture is about, just quietly. Now she's given a corner. Okay. Go figure.
Is that middle ground?
Got me beat. And now the player's told you can't take the free hit till we restart play. Keller bursting into the circle. Ball up into the body of the Chinese defender. It was Ren once again, and another penalty corner to Germany, which is probably what they should have had 30 seconds ago.
Certainly very well played by Keller.
So once again, Germany wait while the Chinese defenders kit up with extra protective gear. Marion Rodewold, Germany's captain, to push out. Anke Kuhn, push out was too slow, far too slow. That combined with the fact that the Chinese defender, Mai, was very quick off the mark to come out. Li Gao. Zhen. There's Fu. Zhu, support outside from Chen. Cracks the ball in. Goalkeeper rebounds it. Anka Kuhn. Stokel. Now, some space in which to move, but you need to get the ball to your teammate. Shuang Li read it very well. Just off the feet outside the circle of Britta von Livonius. China's free hit. Well, there was an excellent opening for Germany there, and they just needed to be more precise. Ma cracks it in. Not far from the stick of Ren. She's got great vision, hasn't she, Ma Yibo?
Terrific vision, and that's exactly why the German forwards need to put all the pressure on her when she's winding up. They need to distract her from the target.
You do it.
Would be a brave forward that would do so, but easy from up here.
Keller and Schultz. Schultz wins the free hit against Chen Zhao. Oh, so close to Bierman. Before it got to Muller, it went past Janine Bierman. And Silky Muller, I said she was demonstrative, and wait until a decision goes against her. She's complaining the ball was raised up into her. And for her troubles, well, in fact, she's complaining she was pushed in the back, and she's probably got a case. But she's got a green card as well as having a case. So Silky Muller. Just over 4 minutes to half time. Chances at both ends, but no goals yet. Renier penalised for swinging at that ball.
Another soft turnover from Germany, really. That was far too easy for China to get possession back again.
Li Gao into Fu, and Germany scrambled over the baseline for a corner. Ren and Chen Zhao. Chen takes the hit, only as far as Svenja Sherman. Dispossessed by Chen Zhao. Off the stick of von Livonius. Another corner for China. Livonius again. Oh, able to run the best part of 45 metres. Eventually gets the free hit. Took them a while to lay a stick on her. Rodebold will look for Mandy Haas. Kuhn. Renier, well, Lee wasn't looking, wasn't ready, and facing the wrong way. Apart from that, everything about it was perfect. Zhu.
It was a shame for Zhu because she really did have plenty of space to run into. She just needed to have a stick with her.
Yeah. Britta von Livonius affecting the interception. Zhu again. Loose ball swept away by Rinner. Zhu Wanfeng.
It was a cracking pass to the top of the circle. Really did require a trap, and it had to be a very good one.
Can one of these teams break through in the last 90 seconds of this first half? China winless from 2 games prior to this in this tournament. Germany a win and a loss. Needing a win here today to keep alive their semi-final hopes. Here's Kuhn. well, to improve their semi-final hopes. Their semi-final hopes will still be alive, but a second win would certainly give them more confidence in what is a very open pool. Kuhn forward to Kirsten Hoyer. Still Hoyer, runs away from Ma. No power on the shot, no balance.
You sort of get the feeling that Hoyer then was just being channeled. She wasn't intending to run that way. It was just that China were happy for her to go there. Ma quite happy to hold off her and allow her to take that shot, obviously. Not considered to be very dangerous on that side of the body.
Britta von Livonius has the free hit. She was challenged as she tried to control that ball that was thrown over the top. Keller, lovely trap and turn. Oh, well read by Chen. Here's Gao. Should be the last attack of this first half. Corner ball to China. They will need to be very, very quick. Not sure if they've seen the clock. Fu has now. And the ball sails harmlessly. Green card. A warning to Britta von Livonius. Obviously had something to say.
Speed kommen, kommt Tashi. Gut, Mandy.
Annie Rinner. Natasha Keller, good first time touch. Mandy Haas swept it forward a long way too far for Janine Bierman.
A shame for Germany because Bierman really did have a couple of metres on her opponent. If the pass had been spot on, she would have been one-on-one into the circle.
Off the feet of Mandy Haas. Chu to Fu. Marjorie Latif holds her up. And then stick checks her from behind.
Gut. Fanny, hinter dir. Maike!
Chen. Oh. Li Gao.
Immer weiter spielen, beweglich spielen. Ihr müsst weiter spielen.
Renault. Janine Bierman. Rodevold slaps it forward. Maker Stokel. Keller once again. Marion Rodevold with the push out. Renault goes the direct flick and the goalkeeper saved it. Keller on the rebound into the side netting.
Well, it certainly was a terrific save. Rena going high, the goalkeeper reading it well. Keller was in good position to pick the rebound.
Interesting too, because they left the goalkeeper with no support on the post. So they're obviously not too concerned by anything that Germany can flick at them from the penalty corners.
Well, Zhang, the goalkeeper for China, is very tall. I suppose they think that her wingspan can protect the goal as well as anything, and they can use their runners in a better way to perhaps look after the deflection possibilities from Germany.
Anke Kuhn comes across to take the hit from the side. Renner. Fanny Renner, we said at the outset of this game just how much of the workload Renner has to shoulder in the absence of Nadine Ernst-Krinker, who's one of Germany's key playmakers, out injured for the rest of the tournament with a broken finger. Marjorie Latif goes back to Britta von Livonius, searching ball through the circle, nobody there. Chen Zhao. Natasha Keller. Stokel, ball slapped away. Good first time touch off the baseline. Stokel given far too much room. China really were cut apart by that deflection off the baseline, and Maker Stokel found herself with the ball and time to take a shot.
Certainly terrific play by Stokel, and as you said, a lovely deflection, probably a set play for Germany from the baseline, but Stokel has probably been Germany's best today, and a terrific way for her to put her mark officially on the match. The deflection was perfect, but her shot on goal was terrific, just picked the space. There wasn't a big gap between the goalkeeper and the post, but just enough for Stokel to find the net.
Anke Kuhn's deflection from the baseline, fantastic.
And when the ball changes line as quickly as that, it's very difficult for the defenders to react appropriately or in time. And certainly the goalkeeper's caught on the hop. She's having to move and change her angle. If she's moving, she's not balanced. If she's not balanced, very difficult to make the next save.
Katarina Schultz looking for the free hit against Tang, doesn't get it, and then Tang takes the ball out over the baseline. Got a deflection on the way through, so Germany's ball as we watch Maker Stokel finish that off again.
Probably the thing that beat the goalkeeper
Von Livonius
was the speed with which the shot was taken. Stokel didn't take the time to get her footwork completely right. The goalkeeper thought she might, or hoped she might, in fact. Again, another good way to beat the goalkeeper.
Renault can't get past Li Gao. China's free hit. This is Bao Yijing for China. Her first run for the game. In fact, I think her first run for the tournament. Bao. Li. Zhu. Got the deflection. Well, the goalkeeper reacted remarkably. The deflection then came from Tang. Not a metre from the goalkeeper, and Yvonne Frank got the body in the way.
Well, a terrific ball into the circle, bouncing as it was. Tang did really well to get a touch on it. A terrific deflection, but Frank in perfect position.
Chen tries to get the ball across. It falls to Kirsten Hoyer. She's one out. Silke Muller not able to get there before Ma. Chen Zhao. Li Gao. Good cross. Again, nobody there. 0 to Germany with a shot that really should not have gone past Zhang Yimen.
Well, that was a lovely goal from Germany's perspective. Not on any angle particularly where you should score from. Keller passes the ball very quickly into the circle, and then Muller just turns and shoots. Why not get it going at goal? You never know what can happen. And well, best outcome for Germany, but certainly a goalkeeping error. From that angle, the goalkeeper should make a save. There should be no gap between goalkeeper and post. Mind you, it was hit pretty well. It was going pretty hard.
Silke Muller's first goal of the tournament gives Germany a 2-goal cushion here. Gao. There's that shot again. Definite goalkeeping error. Now China with a chance. Must be finished here surely. And is. Well, they took their time. Tang had an opportunity before. This time she didn't need a second chance.
Isn't it amazing how often a goal's scored and then one is scored at the other end again? Perhaps the Germans were relaxed. Perhaps China have just worn them down sufficiently, but certainly a good shot on goal initially got Yvonne Frank moving and unbalanced. Really didn't look in any position to make the second save. As we see here, a good quick shot on goal required a good save from Frank. And then just not balanced enough to make the second save. Well played, Basson.
Kuhn to Latif. One ahead.
Really well finished by Mandy Haas, but a lovely pass and a lovely piece of play from Fanny Renner at the top of the circle. She moved right, as you can see here, looked as though she was going to pass right, then just fired the ball straight through to Mandy Haas. Didn't need a lot of power, Haas, on this shot on goal. Just had the goalkeeper wrong-footed in her defence. I think the goalkeeper was still moving, but from that angle, really should expect to save that.
Mandy Haas gets her second goal of the tournament. She also scored in the win over India. Japan's coach, Shung Yu, in the white shirt on the sidelines. Rebecca Sanders. Now, it's the first time in this tournament the umpires have actually blown anybody for using the stick above the shoulder. We'll see if it continues. Iwayo to Morimoto. Morimoto stick checked outside by Sanders, earns the penalty corner.
So 2 errors by Sanders. First of all, she did give away a rather obvious free hit. Played the ball above her shoulder quite deliberately, and then a clumsy tackle. You have to be so careful if you're coming from behind, and particularly against a player like Morimoto. She's experienced enough to know how to protect the ball and look like she's doing it quite legally. More patience required probably on that occasion by the Australian defenders. There were 3 of them. They had the numbers certainly to affect a very good tackle.
Miura, it went in, but hadn't been stopped properly.
Perhaps it was raised. Certainly they didn't protest. They must have thought it was fair enough.
Let's have a look. Not sure that it was stopped properly at the top of the circle. Patrick.
Walker then looking for Faulkner, who made the lead and then changed direction again and went back to a more central position, so a little misunderstanding between the Australian players.
Sanders for McGurk. Skirving square right. Good first time ball from Smith. Donna Blythe earning the free hit just outside the circle. Angie Skirving weighs up the options, only as far as the stick of Chia Kimura.
Well, Angie Skirving has options here, as we just look at the replay of the last penalty corner again. Skirving's allowed to have an option to go into the circle. She's also got plenty of options from the sideline. She can also pass the ball back to Melanie Twitt and Rebecca Sanders, who are available. They're not under any pressure whatsoever from the Japanese midfield. So if Australia choose to change the play in that instance, they're certainly able to.
Here's Patrick, instructed by Morimoto. Sanders and Patrick. Held up in that corner, gets the free hit. Told to take it back where the breach occurred. Take the free hit again. Stopped by, well, half stopped by Miura, who gets it back again. Unable to affect the clearance. Australia has the free hit taken quickly. Nikki Hudson working against Kato, wins the free hit just outside the circle this time.
Hudson trying for the deflection, I think, trying to knock the ball into a better position offensively, hoping one of her teammates will jump upon it and get a better shot on goal than she was able to.
It's a very sharp angle though, wasn't it? Needed almost to be going back out the other way.
Yes, it went too deep. She needed to have more of a deft touch on it, but certainly the idea was there.
Angie Skirving.
Good pressure from Japan. At the back, particularly by Tsutsuki. Really did put the pressure on Madonna Blythe, so she wasn't able to receive the ball as she would have liked.
Skirving gets the better of Akutsu.
This is where Japan should really continue to push up. Nick Arrold made the error defensively, and then Japan allowed the ball just to spill back to Kobe McGurk. They really need to continue that when they've done good work, really continue that good work and make the best of it.
Out of reach of Karen Smith. Warm welcome to our Asian and subcontinental viewers today too through 10 Sports and Astro. Good to have you with us. And of course our viewers through Fox Sports in Australia following the Hockey Roos. And for even more details on this tournament, you can always log on to the website, the World Hockey website, worldhockey.org. ORG. This is Chiba. Morimoto forced back. Ono happy to go back. Miura. And well wide that time of Toshie Tsukui. Melanie Twitt, lots of room in the midfield again. Faulkner, Japan back in numbers. Of course, what that means is there's not many players forward. Harold to Blythe, looking for the deflection into the circle. Not effective. Ono, forced to hit long again. The Australian defence just sliding across to cover those gaps.
Well,
Halliday.
They're looking for Chiba every time. Chiba's positioning herself as the high striker, and they really are being forced, Japan that is, to hit the ball very long to find her, and that of course requires hitting through a lot of Australian midfielders.
Morimoto, good tackle from Nick Arrold. Karen Smith. Sarah Taylor. Off the stick of Ono, that's a corner to Australia. McGurk looks for Faulkner, finds her, but unable to keep the ball in play. And Japan get the 16-yard hit. Australia asks the other umpire, who overrules it and says no, it's a corner. Harold closed down by Komori. Harold, there's that deflection again, the touch by Faulkner.
Well, it was certainly a clever touch by Faulkner. She really did time her lead very well. She and Halliday obviously have quite a good combination play going now. They understand what the other is doing. Just jumping in front, getting a good deflection for sure.
Onto the side of the net. So here's Chiba, one out. Very tough to do anything from there. Best you can really hope for is to earn a free hit. They're asking a lot of Chiba and the other high striker, Ozawa. Halliday as Japan sag back in defence again. Hudson. Gets past Ozawa. Runs straight back into Morimoto and earns a free hit on the attacking quarter line.
Nikki Hudson did well there. She received the ball very wide on the left and then cut in so that now Nick Arrold has a better angle from which to begin Australia's next attack.
Skirving off a Japanese stick. Corner ball came off the stick of Chiba.
Chiba's doing some work, isn't she? She's one of the deepest defenders now.
Which of course means there's nobody forward if they do get a chance to outlet the ball like this. And eventually you simply turn over possession again. Halliday, cleverly done. Straight into the stick of Walker. Loose ball. And the goalkeeper again did okay, didn't she, Ikuku Akamura? Under sustained pressure. Karen Smith was there, so too was Hudson. Goalkeeper did well. Morimoto this time finds Ozawa in traffic. Advantage paid. Japan still have the ball at the side. Morimoto. And basic skill there. Misaki Ozawa. Trap they needed to make. Had a lot of work to get the ball up there to turn it over that easily.
Well, that's right, and certainly one of the problems, of course, is if you've worked that hard to get it there, once you do actually arrive in the attacking area, you're reasonably tired, and that's when the basic skills drop off. So that's why it's so important that the teams share the load and don't just rely on one or two players to get the ball up there and then do something with it.
Away dispossessed by Donnelly Patrick. Japanese captain Akimi Kato holds up the Australian attack and wins the free hit. I reckon Japan would be very happy to have held the Australians out for almost all of the first half. If they go in at half-time still at 0-0 or even leading, they'll have done a very, very good job.
Well, it's not as though they've only held Australia out. They've certainly created some terrific chances of their own up front. If it weren't for the brilliance of Rachel Imeson in the net for Australia, they may well be 1 goal ahead.
Away. Oh no. Morimoto slipped it through, nobody there but Emily Halliday. Wendy Beattie given room to move. Sarah Taylor. Last couple of minutes of this first half. Skirving. Patrick keeps it in. Komori comes back, does the defensive work. Still the Australians push forward. Miura forced to defend out. Hope Munro presses her. And Shea Kimura wins the ball at the side for Japan. Good result. This trap by Angie Skirving gives possession back to Japan.
Again, Japan looking to hit the ball to a one-out contest. But far too many Australian players between the pass and the receiving player, who was to beat Chiba once again.
McGurk and Halliday is their time for one last foray. Sarah Taylor hit it straight at Komori. This is Aweo. That one last foray might come from Japan. Morimoto. Solid trap from Skirving in defence. Still Japan press forward. Kimura. Tamori. Skirving slid. Could almost have conceded a penalty corner in the dying seconds. And finally they win the free hit, and that'll be half time. So chances at both ends. Australia with more shots on goal, but Japan probably with the best one that drew a good save out of Rachel Imeson. But at the other end, Ikuko Okamura has also
up at the back and really go forward with some confidence, because when they have gone forward, they've been very good.
Yes, you sense if Japan can break down the Australian midfield, they are a real shot. Australia, if they win this, will consolidate a berth in the semi-finals of the Samsung Women's World Cup. They reached the semis at the last World Cup in Perth in 2002, finished fourth in the end, behind China, the Netherlands, and the eventual winners Argentina. Oh no, couldn't get past Sarah Taylor. Eventually, Mayumi Ono gives up the free hit. Hudson missed the trap, and Miura, Kyoko Miura, able to earn the free hit for Japan, which he takes. Iwao, Sashimi Iwao. McGurk finds Melanie Twitt. Halliday once again. Faulkner, good trap, and releases Walker. Akimi Kato, Japan's captain, gives it up to Faulkner. Free hit to Australia just outside the circle. Skirving's free hit. Free hit to Australia just outside the circle. Skirving leaves it for Melanie Twitt. Angie Skirving pushed it too far forward, looking for the penalty corner.
Yes, Australia have had plenty of really good attacking chances, but as I suggested a moment ago, they're not accessing the circle through the middle. They're being forced wide. I think if they can start to receive the ball in a more central position in the midfield and go forward without being forced wide, they'll be pretty well served and they'll get better shots on goal and better return for their effort. Full marks, of course, to Japan for forcing them wide. I guess you'd have to acknowledge that Japan's done very well on that front too.
Kobe McGurk at the back. Loose ball. Came off the foot. Australia's free hit taken quickly by Twitt to Smith. Hudson. There's a stick check back there, so Australia has another free hit. Wayo, loose ball. Walker looks wide. Can't get past Sukui, who earns the free hit coming out of defence for Japan. Angie Skirving. Challenge by Kaori Chiba just involved a stick check before she got the ball. Here's Twitt. A little scrappy, both teams having trouble stringing together any number of consecutive passes. That doesn't help. Problematic at tournaments like these over 11 playing days that as it gets tenser, so the players tend to be more fatigued.
And
Good tackle.
Once they are more fatigued, of course, that's when the basic skills drop off, and quite often teams start turning the ball over where ordinarily they wouldn't. I guess in many ways it's the teams that can execute their basic skills towards the pointy end, if you like, or the finals end of the tournament that will do very well.
Ozawa, loose ball. Nakagawa. Tomomi Komori winning the free hit. Slapped back by Iwayo to Miura. Ono made a stretch. Akimi Kato, Japan's captain here. Looks for options. Has Sukui at the left. Skirving. Kim Walker gets the call from Hope Munro. Honours that call. Hudson running ahead of it. Munro, where's the challenge from Awayo, gets the free hit. McGurk. Skirving, good ball to Wendy Beattie. No one there supporting her, so she has to do it herself. Works for the free hit and gets it. Nick Harold. Straight through. Susie Faulkner had made the move, and that's where it was aimed, just bobbled before it got to her.
Well, that really was a good chance for Susie Faulkner. A good trap in that position. She was in very good position within the circle to take a good shot on goal. The angle would have been terrific for her, so a missed chance certainly for Australia.
Melanie Twitt. Dispossessed. Away come Japan. To Mori. Support outside from Ono. Then forward looking for Chiba. Deflected out. Ono's ball into the circle. Trapped by Twitt. Donnelly Patrick releases Wendy Alcorn. Just a little bit too far in front from Karen Smith for Wendy Alcorn. Beatty, I should say. It's taking me back, isn't it? Just annulled her marriage. My apologies to the Beatty and Alcorn families. Here's Awayo on the break. Awayo was away, but used the body rather than the stick. Warning there for Mayumi Ono, using the body in the challenge. Kamori. Chiba. Good tackle from Hope Munro. McGurk. Smith to Beatty. Sees off Kimura. Munro, well, she was looking for Faulkner out on the left, but it was well read by Ono. Awayo again, dispossessed. Donnelly Patrick. Twitt, first time ball, looking for Beatty, and Kato read it. Japan playing with a line of 3 strikers up front. Just not able to get it to them with any conviction or with them being open. Munro, short trap. Halliday, the Australians just patient here, looking for gaps to open up. But Japan's structure holding up pretty well. Patrick. Harold closed down immediately. But Ozawa using the feet. Now, chance for McGurk to bang the ball into the circle. If she can get clear. Finds Munro, gets the shot on goal. Deflected away. Only as far as Wendy Beatty. Takes the free hit against Kato. Skirving took it quickly, a little too quickly. Cleared away, but not terribly far by Tomomi Komori.
That shot on goal by Munro was very good. She received the ball cleanly and turned all in one motion, then had a good shot on goal, knew where the goal was. So she did everything just about right, just not quite getting potency on the shot on goal.
Chiba, good tackle from Emily Halliday. Free hit not taken from where the breach occurred, so Halliday has to take it again. Told to take it back. Munro mistimed the hit. It wasn't dangerous. So the corner ball. Iwayo, stick checked by Munro. Japan get the defensive free hit.
Iwayo did well. She ended up with the ball, but it was the solidarity of the Japanese defence then that did the damage. There were really no options going forward for Australia, and the Australian girls really tried to force a pass that wasn't on.
Two other games in this pool today, South Africa, USA and Argentina, Korea. As we mentioned earlier, if Australia can win this game, they'll consolidate a place in the semi-finals. Munro. Still Hope Munro, surrounded by Japanese defenders. Just holds up and wins the free hit. Well, the options weren't many. And that wasn't a good one, was it?
Certainly an unforced error from the Australian player. Kobe McGurk really should have done better. But no pressure on her. Those sorts of passes really should go flat every time.
Rebecca Sanders for Australia. Deflected inboard by Beattie, only as far as Morimoto. Not effective with the clearance. Sanders. Kamori doing the defensive work, gives up the free hit. Taylor, you sense a degree of frustration among the Hockeyroos here that they just can't crack this Japanese midfield and defence. It's a swarming defence by Japan that's holding up very well. Arold. Sanders, loose ball into the circle. Faulkner got there. Beattie just wide. She went the right side of the goalkeeper. And Karen Smith was there, but it was out of her reach for the deflection. So Wendy Beattie.
Well, it wasn't tidy going into the attacking circle for Australia, but certainly was almost very effective. Faulkner then not taking a chance. Beattie here had a very good shot on goal. As you said, she went to the right side. In that she went to the far side, and Karen Smith certainly in good position to make a deflection, just not able to connect.
Skirving. And Australia pressing forward, including their deep defenders. He got 21 players in the last 28 metres of the pitch. Try getting through that. Japan with everybody back, Australia with everybody forward. Aweo. Hudson wore a stick check. Advantage was paid, turned out not to be any. Good close quarter stuff from Japan, just breaks down on Miura's pass. Still Australia in attack with possession. Loose ball through, Blythe missed it. And Japan get the chance now to clear it from the right-hand side of defence.
Well, Japan now putting a player up higher, number 10, Kamori, just to see what she can do with the Australian defenders, perhaps get them at least looking behind them and taking their mind off receiving the ball if it comes their way.
Sheba stick checking Melanie Twitt, Australia's free hit. Again forced to go back. Forward options just completely blocked like that. Morimoto got in front of Donnelly Patrick. Works the free hit off Patrick's feet. Patrick again. Melanie Twitt looked for Patrick once more, missed her. Here's Morimoto. Not that far away from Chiba.
Well, it'll be really interesting to see what would happen if Chiba were to stay up very high. Even if she's one out, at least she's going to be putting Emily Halliday in two minds when she receives the ball. She's going to be less likely to want to take risks with her passing, because if the ball turns over, there's a high pass up front for Japan.
Shuey, easy cutout. Halliday likewise. Twitt, look at the space she's got here. Kobe McGurk, look at the ball she almost had. Disappointing for the Australians. When it's that hard to crack the defence, you've got to take every opportunity. Halliday. Chiba trying to give chase, or Ozawa it was, but you sense the Japanese strikers are getting fairly tired now. This is Chiba. Ozawa. Support from Morimoto. Halliday got the stick down. Chance for Australia to break. Nobody up high. Taylor has just come on. Fresh legs. Beattie turns inside. Has support from Patrick. Taylor again. They need to break into the circle. Karen Smith. And good work from Kato, or Iwao it was.
That was a really important trap by Karen Smith. If she trapped it cleanly there, she was in good position to make a pass into the circle. Just the slight mistrap. She recovered it eventually, but if she'd made the trap cleanly the first time, her angle would have been significantly better.
Halliday, straight bat. Played out to Taylor. The mistrap gives the chance here for Chie Kimura. Twit read the pass. Harold, again some space in midfield for the Australians. Soon closed down though. Twit once again. Harold tried to get it through Kamori. Just look at the swarming midfield from Korea. From Japan, I should say.
Well, the Japanese midfield isn't getting a lot of possession in terms of going forward, but they certainly are clogging it up for the Australian girls. Really forcing them to go wide. Obviously, that's the less dangerous way to move into the circle.
Harold. Patrick, monstered from behind by Iwao. And that free hit results in a corner for Australia. Taylor, deflected over the back line by Sakui. Corner again. Seung Yu, Japan's coach, former Korean international. Skirving, bit of space to operate on the right, needs the ball. Patrick. Good challenge by Miura, wins the free hit for Japan. The frustration continues and increases for Australia with less than 6 minutes to play, and knowing that a win will secure a semi-final spot. Karen Smith runs at the defence. Beattie forced back out again. Harold likewise. Beattie opens it up. Halliday again, the Australians, everybody forward. Harold. Halliday working for the penalty corner. Still can't get one. Now they can. Has to be Donnelly Patrick, and Australia earn the first penalty corner of the second half, only their second for the game. Japan have only had one. This has been an amazing show of defence by Japan.
Well, yes, Donnelly Patrick there really just forcing the issue, making sure of it. But full marks to the Japanese defence. They've been so patient, they've been very disciplined, and they've been reasonably well coordinated at the back.
Sarah Taylor, the push out. Angie Skirving. High and slightly wide. The Australians took a deflection, but it was going wide or high anyway.
It was certainly a very good save by the goalkeeper, Okamura. Just got a touch to it.
Skirving into the circle. Patrick, who earned that penalty corner, just swept away to safety by Iwao. 4 minutes remaining.
You can see here Angie Skirving does very well. She fires it just as she planned to, looking for the top left corner as she looks at the goal. But very well read by the goalkeeper.
Also came off the runner's stick. Morimoto. Uwayo. Charged down by Beattie. Uwayo good enough to get it back. Ono now. McGurk. Taylor. Karen Smith. Munro in space on the right. Needs to carry it. There are no options up forward. Well, none unmarked. Oh, how did that get through? Hudson. Chance to run up the circle. Nikki Hudson can't get past Uwayo. Nobody forward for her, so she just holds it up. Nice turn into Munro. Gets the free hit. Three minutes remaining. Can Japan steal a win here? Kato to Ono. Morimoto. Chiba inside it. Ignores that. Goes forward. Halliday. Kim Walker. Karen Smith. Munro will struggle to keep that in. Did. Taylor. Forced out by Kimura. Poor option and just belted away to safety by Kaori Chiba. Japan shutting up shop. Sakui. Kato. Great trap by Skirving. Nick Arold. Mr. Mark with Hope Munro. Morimoto. Stick checked. Gets the free hit. Halliday, just over a minute remaining. Karen Smith. Sarah Taylor. Loose ball into the circle. Mopped up by Ono. Can't get it out. Walker. Ono good enough. Morimoto again. McGurk. No free hit. Taylor. Perhaps one last chance for the Hockey Roos here. Taylor runs at the circle and puts it out of reach of Wendy Beattie. Will Japan go for one last foray? Or will they play safe? Sakui. Happy to play safe.
Well, we've given the Japanese defence plenty of credit, but certainly plenty to work on in terms of the Australian development going into this tournament, going through the tournament, because they have made some basic errors up front. They've missed some traps, they've missed some really simple passes, relatively so anyway. They've had plenty of chances to score.
Well, disappointment for the Australians, but a terrific defensive effort.
At the very least, make them look behind them, so they can't watch the ball and the player they're defending at the same time. At the moment, all the strikers are relatively square in terms of their position.
Just out of reach of Helen Grant, who's come back on after a spell on the bench. Clulo, Joe Ellis, Dimson. With Silla Wright unable to keep the ball inside the field of play. Lovely toss over the top for Keller. Has a chase on the hands and won't get there.
Well, had she got control of the ball then, Keller, she was away. She'd beaten Krista Cullen for speed. She'd read the play better than Cullen. Just required the perfect trap. Difficult though. Those balls are bouncing, very hard to trap on the move.
Here's a chance. Cullen robbed by Stokel. Stokel resists the urge to take the shot. Looked for the ball across and split the gap between Bierman and Keller.
The ball was actually fired behind Bierman. Nice play by Keller again. Bierman's momentum was going forward. The ball went behind her. Very hard to react to that. Certainly a lovely piece of play by Germany.
Kuhn cracked across, raised dangerously through a group of players. England get the defensive free hit with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Still no score here. This game a must-win scenario for England if they are to remain in contention for a berth in the semi-finals of this Samsung World Cup. Kerry Williams, cop the little stick check, gets the free hit. Ellis. Grant. Out of reach of Lucilla Wright.
Well, it was a nice pass. There was certainly space there, and Wright read the play well, just ahead of her a centimetre or two too far.
Mandy Haas. Helen Richardson has gone off for a rest for England, and Lisa Wooding has moved into the central midfield position. Sally Walton almost made a hash of it. Good enough to recover. Good ball. Grant. Still Grant. Was she stick checked? Yes, she was. Good run, Helen Grant. Lovely play by Sally Walton.
Helen Grant, I think, a little disappointed she didn't do better there. She probably considered she had a pretty good chance to get a shot on goal. But one of the defenders threw their stick in there. That's never a good thing to do in the defensive circle. So if there's any doubt at all, the umpire would ordinarily award a penalty corner.
Now, England have only converted 1 of 13 penalty corners in this tournament so far. Germany have only conceded 1 of 14. The odds aren't great here. Yvonne Frank, good save. Cullen put some power on it. Ellis, raised ball, not dangerous. Well umpired, Sarah Garnett. Rogers dispossessed. Kirsten Hoyer back to help out the German defence. Did it okay. Heinlein finds Bierman, who looked again for Martina Heinlein, who was running forward, not to receive the ball, to be substituted off.
Well, you really do have to pick and choose your time to come off the field. Certainly if you're involved in the play or any chance of being involved. Pretty good time to stay on the field and wait to make your move until you're out of the play.
Britta von Livonius. Mandy Haas. Hank Kuhn's searching ball out of reach of Kirsten Hoyer.
Worth a try though. Hoyer certainly spotted the opportunity and really did make the run. Germany just seemed to be getting out of their defensive area a little too easily from England's perspective, I would have thought.
Walton didn't have a lot of options. Schultz, but the ball was raised dangerously. Helen Richardson is back on for England, incidentally, gone back into the centre of midfield. Lisa Wooding back out to right. To the right, here's Richardson. And here's Wooding, as if on cue. Rogers, tested by Sherman, gets away from her. Advances on the circle. Gang tackled fairly. Fanny Rinner. Hoyer gives it up at the side under the challenge from Sally Walton. Bump into the back of Ellis by Keller. Krista Cullen thought about the long ball, decided better to go back to Clulo, who returns the favour. And the ball. Lisa Wooding, always looking backwards, didn't once look forward then. Priscilla Wright, almost lost it. Richardson. Ellis into the feet of Schultz, advantage paid. She wants the free hit. Now they've got it. And again, Wooding didn't look forward at all, had no idea what was in front of her. Silky Muller. Hoyer. Walton had come across with her. Now the chance for Fanny Rinner to run forward. Doesn't do it often. Cullen did well to keep her feet out of that. This is Williams. Richardson. Support all around her. Goes right for Wooding, who looks forward this time. Rebecca Herbert. Poked out at the side by Svenja Sherman.
Well, the problem for Wooding is that the highest player really isn't very high at all, and certainly very well marked. The highest player at the moment for England has been Joanne Ellis. She's asking the ball to be hit to it here, to a contest.
Shadowed by Rodevold. Takes it to the baseline. Works her way back. Muller had tracked back as well in defence. Schultz protecting the ball. Priscilla Wright obliges by just tapping it out over the sideline for a German free hit. Inside the last minute of the first half now. High toss over the top. Not handled well by Cullen. Clulo backed her up. Richardson. Cullen, perhaps a chance for one last meaningful attack from one of these two teams.
Again, Joanne Ellis leading back towards the ball, so she's always going to have a contest if she makes a trap. Interesting to see what happens if she moves laterally next time or tries to do that in the second half.
Keller blocking Helen Richardson. 15 seconds. Priscilla Wright into the circle. There was a push on Rodevold and it was seen, and there was a stick check, and that will be the end of the first half. An entertaining affair. Tournament so far of converting penalty corners. From an England viewpoint, this would be the time for that to change. Krista Cullen goes direct and low. Yvonne Frank got down there. Wooding still battling for England. And a penalty stroke. The ball stopped on the line by a German foot. Wasn't a strong shot at goal. Germany protest. The umpire sends them away. And Anka Kuhn asking umpire Akiyama to discuss this.
It certainly hit an England foot first, and then this is what the penalty stroke is given for.
Stopped on the line by Anka Kuhn with her face. So great chance for England to take the lead here.
Well, on the replay you can certainly see why Germany might be disappointed with that, because it did appear that the ball hit the foot of the English player prior to that incident.
And Yvonne Frank is being substituted. Christina Reynolds coming on, obviously their specialist on penalty strokes, Christina Reynolds. I'm not sure that it makes a huge amount of difference who the goalkeeper is on the penalty stroke, unless your other one is really bad at defending them. But it may put some doubt into the mind of the striker, Helen Richardson, who's captaining England today in the absence of Kate Walsh, who's out injured. So Christina Reynolds may get her first touch of the game, or it may be just to pick the ball out of the back of the net. Richardson puts it away. England go a goal up against Germany here.
Well, Reynolds, the goalkeeper for Germany, who just came on, really had very little chance. It was a very, very well taken penalty stroke by Helen Richardson. After the whistle, she delayed slightly. The goalkeeper guesses, but really the power is too great. Certainly very well taken by Helen Richardson.
So England lead Germany by 1-0. The penalty stroke converted by Helen Richardson. Germany get us underway again, trailing England by that goal. Here's Richardson, the scorer. Took it away easily, plays it forward. Rogers, swept away by Marion Rodewold, and eventually they concede just the corner.
Well, desperate defence from Germany. It needed to be a lovely piece of play out of the midfield from England.
Wooding cracked it in, raised up off the stick of Britta von Livonius dangerously, and another penalty corner. Germany under siege at the back. And their last penalty corner led to the penalty stroke.
Just seems to be a little bit more spark in the second half for England than there was in the first. Real enthusiasm to go forward.
So chance again. Wooding the push out. Priscilla Wright, and the shot relatively easily cleared. And then Schultz, really quite uncertain at the side, gives England possession again. Cullen. Richardson. Walton in support. There's a post, not quite.
Well, I'm not quite sure who that pass was aimed for, but it certainly went nowhere useful for England as we see the penalty corner again. Well cleared by Germany.
Heinlein. Good ball from Rinner. Svenja Sherman. Kirsten Hoyer faced by Clulo. Corner ball. Keller got a stick on it. Working for the penalty corner, Natasha Keller. None given. Clearance only as far as Sherman. Down went Krista Cullen. And Sherman had used the body to block the tackle, and England win the free hit. Good work from Krista Cullen.
It was really strong work at the back from Krista Cullen. She's a very big, strong girl, a very good athlete. And certainly when she sets her mind to stopping the ball, she generally gets her way.
Jo Ellis winning the free hit against Anke Kern. Weighs up her options, looks for Alex Danson. Rodewold was there with her, wins the free hit. Marion Rodewold.
Germany just struggling to find a midfield option immediately out of defence.
That didn't help either. Kerry Williams. Dangerously raised ball. Kirsten Hoyer. Clulo goes with her. Latif. Good dive from Bimson. Richardson. Danson. Richardson just delayed, almost lost it to Rinner. Clulo now. Wooding free. Good ball. Jo Ellis. Rachel Walker missed the trap. Germany really having trouble getting it past the halfway line with clear possession. Danson, the ball was raised up off the stick of Von Livonius, and so it's England's free hit just outside the attacking circle. Walker runs away. Richardson looked for a gap, didn't find one. Von Livonius with the trap. Finds the outlet through Hoyer, who was tackled well by Sally Walton. Likewise, Britta Von Livonius.
When Germany are getting the ball in this situation, there's nothing up forward. There's nothing for them to go to. They've got so many players back playing a defensive role that Hoyer, on that last occasion, was forced to run the ball out and then dispossessed because there was no pass on.
Schultz. Katharina Schultz. Gets past Walker this time. Looked inside for Maker Stokel. England just scramble it away through Beck Herbert. Martina Heinlein, shadowed by Krista Cullen. Went it a little strong that time, Cullen. Germany has the free hit. Cullen slaps it away. Sherman. Fanny Rinner back to Sherman. Chance to get the cross in now. And comes to Kerry Williams. England on a break. They need to be quick though, Williams. And that doesn't help. The ball played behind Rebecca Herbert. She would have been better trying to carry it forward for Alex Danson.
Or pass it to her left because she had Mel Clulo doing her very best to get up and support her.
We're more than midway through the second half now. England leading Germany by a goal to nil. Raised ball is penalised. Clulo finds Wooding. Looks long. Herbert. Sherman stayed with her. Herbert still with control. Off the stick of Sherman, and the corner ball to England. Germany with all of their players inside the defensive 25. Means they're going to have to carry it out rather than look long for a pass. Rinner. Stokel. Silke Muller. Plenty of space for Muller on the right. Nobody up in support for her. Stokel eventually gets there. Gets it back to Muller, who missed the ball. Away come England through Rachel Walker. Schultz, her opposite number 14, stayed with it. Ended up getting the ball. Unable to control it though, and away come England again. Don't want to go too much further back, I can promise you. Fanny Rinner. Good tackle from Clulo. Excellent timing to come from the right like that. And Latif not able to keep the ball in at the side. Great work, Mel Clulo back there. Latif gets the free hit against Helen Grant. Richardson. Ellis missed it. Road of old. Katharina Schultz. Dearman with a hand in the back on Walton. Gives away the free hit. There's Joanne Ellis. Keller one-handed and footed. Walker looks for options. Beats her opposite number 14 and Katarina Schultz. Wooding. Herbert wins the free hit. Just off the baseline and just outside the circle. Flat ball across from Wooding, only as far as Britta von Livonius. Has the job of walking it out of the circle. And stick check Wooding, so we have a replay of what happened just a moment ago. Only this time it's Krista Cullen with the hit. Not a good one. Anka Kuhn read it easily.
Probably not enough movement in front of the defenders from England then. Who can lead across their face, often leads them to be unsighted, and the mistrap can often occur. So plenty of movement required in the attacking circle from England if they want to consolidate on this lead.
Walton handled it very well. Walker. Richardson. Rebecca Herbert. Ball at the side is England's. Von Livonius struggling to get the ball out. Herbert. And Joanne Ellis unwittingly creates a third man obstruction. Gives Germany the free hit. Ellis looking for Herbert. Sherman was there. Rodevold deep in her own defensive circle.
Good pressure from England in the press then. Helen Grant really doing everything to force the ball back where it came from.
Keller. Can Natasha Keller produce some magic? Stokel. Mandy Haas just kept it in. Earns the free hit. Free hit given against Walker. Badri Latif. Again, an obstruction by the Germans. And England again get the defensive free hit as players stop for a moment. There's a problem for Beth Storey, and it really is as simple as this. Her hair was in her eyes.
Pretty big problem, I would have thought, if
yeah,
you're
it is for a
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper, isn't it? There's that last free hit, just the obstruction there by Keller. Now, lost to Germany here will leave the Germans battling with Spain and England for the second semi-final berth, if, as we expect, the Netherlands beat China today, and that's not a given. Van Aas kept it in, couldn't do any more with it. Carried out over the sideline by Lee. Shopman, good ball. De Bruyn not able to keep the ball in. Zhu for China. To Mai. Out on the right is Chen Zhao. Li Gao dispossessed. Van Aas. Mulder. Nice tackle. Got the stick before the ball. Schmabers. Jannica Shopman. Karas take the backside out, saw off the challenge of Zhu and wins the free hit. DeMello taken quickly. Karas resisted the urge to crack it across, looks for the penalty corner and wins it. First penalty corner of the game goes to the Netherlands.
Really well played by Karas. I think most of the defenders for China expected that she'd either run with the ball or pass it on a different angle towards the penalty spot. Instead, she passed the ball back to Fatima Maria DeMello and caught the foot of the Chinese defender. So just mixing up what she's doing, Karas. Very, very good player.
Push out will come from Jannica Schopman, Minka Boy and Mate Paumann poised at the battery. Paumann goes the direct shot. Goalkeeper got a touch knee. Schopman again on the reverse. Jinks it in towards Mulder, who couldn't do anything with it. 16-yard hit to China.
Well, they're certainly shouting their intentions, the Netherlands. As we see here, their penalty corner certainly very well saved by the goalkeeper.
Fatima DeMello gets it back again from Schmabers, then puts the cross in. Dangerously high. Mai will miss the mark with that. Swept back by Van Ass for Mulder. Works away into the circle. Reverse cross came off a foot. Penalty corner. Simple as that.
Well, it was an ambitious pass by Van Ass. She really one-timed it to the player further up the field and certainly well worked in the end. A nice attempt at a cross on the reverse stick side. Just catching the foot of the Chinese defender.
10 minutes gone. Second penalty corner for the Netherlands in this game. Once again, Jannica Schopman to push it out. One of 8 nominees for the World Hockey Player of the Year to be decided this week. Her teammate Minka Boy also nominated. Mulder got the deflection from DeMello, or Boy it was who got the deflection over the top.
Really was a very good option. The Netherlands just drawing the defenders to the top of the circle and then passing the ball left. The deflection was certainly on, just going high, but really good opportunity.
Fu stopped by Schopman. It's one of the reasons she's nominated as Player of the Year.
She's a very, very reliable defender. Often in the shadow of Minka Boy.
DeMello. Swept away by Schwang. Chen waiting to come back on. Tang. Schmabers, Schopman had stayed forward. DeMello. Karas causing all sorts of problems for the Chinese defence. Not so much that time. Gets a corner though. Karas onto the feet of Schwang. Gives the Dutch a free hit. In from the sideline. Good tackle from Schwang that time, earns the free hit. Taken quickly. Tang works past Schopman. Can't get past De Bruyn. Zhu, tidy with the ball, good control. This is Mai. Chen Shiki inside the Zhu once again. Miss-hit it. Ball bounced up off the turf into the back of Minky Schmabers. Yiska Schnooks. Tang once again. Well read by Boy. Great ball. Karas has Kim Lammers in the circle. Has to get past Ma. Can't do that. Ren Yi for China.
China certainly having plenty of possession in the midfield, just I think getting a little bit too close to the Dutch defenders. They like to get down very low and they'll wait for you to come at them and make a mistake. So they really need to get the Dutch defenders up and moving, get them mobile. They're not so comfortable in that position.
Shuang Li. Ma to Mai. Ren to Sun Zhen. The voice of Mark Lammers, the Dutch coach. De Mello. China with numbers back. They don't need them. De Mello found the perfect gap.
She certainly did split the gap between Kim Lammers and Karras. Both of them thought it necessary to give her a glare. Suggests they might pass it to a stick next time.
Nick van Heenhuizen. Ellen Hoek has come on off the bench for the Netherlands. Van Heenhuizen swept away by Mai. Karras. Ren Yi gave her a push in the back. Unnecessary free hit. De Mello was on target. Saved by Knee. And a penalty corner for a stick check. Well, that's untidy by China's defence. The goalkeeper did her job.
Certainly was a lovely pass by De Mello. A shot, perhaps it was. The goalkeeper certainly needed to make a save. Kim Lammers was lurking on the far post. Goalkeeper would have been well aware of that. That's part of her role, is to distract the goalkeeper. If she does so, the save might be fluffed.
So the third of these penalty corners for the Netherlands in this game. Shopman the push out. Boy runs away from the battery again. Powerman goes flat and Karras gets the deflection this time over the top of the goalkeeper. And the Netherlands go a goal up through Sylvia Karras from a well-executed penalty corner variation.
That was brilliant. They went to the right last time, the Dutch. This time they went to the left. Execution was spot on. Really nice pass from Powerman at the top and then a diving deflection. Really a very, very, very good deflection from Karras. Spot on.
Sylvia Karras, her second goal of this Samsung Women's World Cup tournament. They don't come much better than that, do they?
No, they do not. And the defenders certainly weren't up on her. They really need to step up and put some pressure on her if they're going to prevent her from making more deflections of that ilk.
De Bruin. Good tackle by Boy. Mate Hoderi on there for the Netherlands. Just conceding the free hit. And the umpire wants to have a chat with her. Minka Woolley didn't like the tackle. Green card for Mate Hoderi, the reigning World Hockey Young Player of the Year, a title that may well be passed on to somebody else on Saturday.
All players back for the Netherlands. Certainly intent to defend when they need to. Really make it difficult for China to find a gap.
Mai tries to do just that, not far away. Fu was there, claiming it came off Powerman's foot. Powerman saying no, it was the stick. Very good cross once again. Tang Chunling not able to get a stick on it.
Well, two pretty good chances in the space of 10 or 15 seconds. Both experienced players potentially on the receiving end, Tang and Fu.
Gao blocked the hit out from Shopman. Fu. Shopman swept it away. Why is that not a penalty corner, the Chinese wonder, along with quite a few people in the crowd. Play the ball deliberately out over the baseline. The rule says penalty corner. That is off the foot of Minka Boy. So China with a chance to hit back.
Well, the speed with which China took that free hit probably caught Minka Boy on the move. If you're moving, it's much more difficult to make the difficult traps. It's when you let the defence set and settle in position, it's very difficult to fire the ball through. China have had a couple of chances in the last few minutes. Let's see if they can convert this one. They've certainly got a very good battery.
They've only converted 1 of 15 in this tournament so far. Ma, again they go looking for the deflection, but Ren, who'd pushed the ball out, wasn't close enough to Lisanne Daruva to be effective. Daruva able to deflect it away. There it is again. Ma, well done by Lisanne Daruva. Hoderi. Ma holds her up at the back, and now De Mello is going to get a card for that challenge, and she knew it. Walks straight to the umpire. Umpire Minka Woolley. No complaint from Fatima De Mello. While that was happening, Chantal de Bruyn has come off for the Netherlands, and Vika Dijkstra has gone on. Time starts again. Van Heenhuizen, pursued by Zhu, goes back to Hoderi. Shopman stops the change direction. Hoderi again. Sun just did enough to put her off. This is Li Hong. Earns the free hit, takes it quickly for Ren. Support outside this time from Chen. Wrong way forward was Gao. Well, that was a very good deflection by Yannicka Shopman because Li Hong was right behind her.
It was a perfect touch from Shopman.
Deflected forward that time by Boy. De Mello, pausing for support. Van Ass impeded by Ma. Play on called and Dutch ball. And it'll come back to where she was impeded. De Mello to Van Ass. Hoderi was the intended target. Fu. She's quick with the ball. Fu Baorong, not too accurate that time. Smarbers did very well. De Mello, nice first touch. Not so Karras. Zhu gave it up. De Mello again. Van Ass, good tackle by Mai. Van Ass likewise. Ball spills to Ma. Lee. Fu. All coming together with Dijkstra. Shoes ball into Shopman, who was stick checked from behind by Gao. It's Vika Dijkstra. Good ball, Powerman. Powerman in there again. Smarbers. Yannicka Shopman. Just deflected away over the sideline by Sun. China's players told to back off 5 metres from the free hit.
Again, China are going to be forced to either go over the top here to get out in this outlet play or really slog it through.
Well, Ma can do either, and she did well. Fu didn't quite control it. Howman needs to be quick and is. Schnooks to Shopman. Falling past to Dijkstra. Good transfer by the Netherlands. Keeps China running. That was not so good. Mind you, they've got a chance to block it in there. And every game important when you're playing for your country, I guess, but the Germans would have been disappointed missing that semi-final berth and knowing today that no matter the result, they can't make it.
Yes, Germany finds itself in a really difficult situation. As you said, they're likely going to be playing for pride more than anything else today, and certainly we shouldn't discount that. That's a really big factor. But certainly Marcus Weiss in the press conference yesterday was furious with his team. They weren't doing what they were being told to do and suggesting they were a little undisciplined. So perhaps that will force them to be a little more motivated today. Certainly a long history between these two teams.
Martina Heinlein working in towards the circle, gives up the free hit. Most recent history between these two, the Champions Trophy tournament in Amstelveen, which you were at. The Netherlands won that game 3-1, but Germany went on to take the title.
Well, I think apart from anything else, it really tells us just how tight it is at the top of women's hockey at the moment. The top 6 nations, really there isn't a lot between each of them, and every match in every tournament, particularly at the Champions Trophy and also in pool matches like these, are very, very important.
Mandy Haas defending for Germany, wins the free hit against Sylvia Karas. Overcast conditions in Madrid today, but pleasant playing conditions. Temperature in the low 20s at the moment, will rise to about the mid-20s today. Janneke Schopman with the free hit finds Minka Schmabers for the Netherlands. Faced by Mandy Haas and then Natasha Keller. Maker Stokel tries to sweep it forward, only as far as Schopman. Naomi Van Aas. Still Van Aas. Swept it back. Loose ball. Badri Latif came off a German foot. And the first penalty corner of the game goes to the Dutch outfit.
Well, I'd expect the Dutch really to take it to Germany today. I guess there's some reason why they might think that they can cruise around a little bit, but I'd be very surprised if they do that. They want to go into the semi-finals with really good form. They're carrying that from their last match against China. They want to continue that and really make sure all their players are in terrific form going into the matches on the weekend. So this is an important match for them also.
And they'll be playing either Australia or Argentina in the semis. We'll know that after those two teams play later today. Howman, second shot, both stopped by Christina Reynolds in the German goal. There's the shot from Howman, and then the follow-up shot also blocked. De Bruin. Boy to Polkamp. Dijkstra, hand in the back from Beerman. Far too obvious to get away with that. Polkamp kept it in. Von Livonius there to tidy up for Germany. Rinner just jinks it forward, only as far as Polkamp once again.
Good pressure from the Netherlands to keep the ball, even when they're losing possession in the circle. They're managing to get it back, putting real pressure on the German defenders.
Lovely trap again by Lammers. Couldn't get past Von Livonius though. Kirsten Hoyer on for Germany. Takes a tumble, releases Schultz with the ball. There's Stokel outside. Schultz again. And Jiske Schnooks manages to win the ball. In fact, won the free hit for the Netherlands. Minka Boy decides we can take it up to the level of the top of the circle. Why not? Minka Boy. Svenja Sherman forced to play it over the sideline by the pressure from Ellen Hogue. Karras. Free hit against Badri Latif. Karras takes it quickly and nobody there.
Yes, I think looking for Kim Lammers. Lammers had made a lead that was going completely in the other direction. But certainly there was space there for the ball to be fired.
Renner dispossessed by Mate Hoderi. Karras on a reverse. Brings the save out of the goalkeeper, Christina Reynolds. Karras, who scored a hat-trick in the 6-1 win over China yesterday. Dijkstra. Hoderi did well. Earns the corner.
You can see here Karras' shot is excellent, but what she did just before that shot was looked as though she was going to go on a flat stick, sold it to the defender, gave herself plenty of space on the reverse.
Sherman to Hoyer. Janine Bierman for Germany. Good pressure from Hogue. Germany, however, getting the free hit. Hoderi and Hogue. Kuhn with the free hit, just struggling to get it over the centre line and hold possession, Germany.
Really good pressure from the Dutch forwards, though, really making it very difficult for Fanny Rinner to look up when she had the ball. So she had to concentrate on controlling the ball. As a result, her peripheral vision was absolutely nullified.
Kuhn, free hit to Germany. We have to say that apart from Natasha Keller, Germany haven't had a standout player up forward. They've had some useful combinations at the back and some useful contributions at the back. Badri Latif, Marion Rodewold. I think they've just lacked some spark.
They have. I think Stokel has played pretty well throughout the tournament. She's been probably the best support act for Natasha Keller up front. But they've been pretty lonely, as you say.
Sophie Polkamp ran a long way to give up the ball. Now you've got to chase it back. Muller. Hoyer in support, running strongly. Muller, good pick up. Couldn't control it though. Minka Boy, solid as ever at the back. Smarbers can go back to Hoke if she wants to. Opts not to. Runs the ball herself, Minky Smarbers. Great skill, has to have the free hit. Still Smarbers, gets through. Lammers in the middle. Rodewold needed to stop it and did. Great run by Minky Smarbers though.
It really was. Plenty of strength, lots of experience behind her to give her the confidence to do that. But a lovely trap at the back for Germany. Very, very good trap indeed.
By Marion Rodewold. Minky Smarbers just 22 and she's played more than 220 games. Kirsten Hoyer hurt for the second time in this tournament. She took a knock in the eye in the game against India. And that time she actually threw herself at the deck. It wasn't the dive that hurt her, it was the sudden stop when she hit the deck. Mandy Haas. Again forced back. The Dutch midfield and their attackers have been outstanding in the pressure they've put on in this first 20 minutes. Hogue, no shot. Rodewold got in cleanly. Didn't sound clean, but she got the ball first.
Well, there was a pass absolutely on to Kim Lammers to Hogue's left. I think she spotted it, but just backed herself to have the reverse stick shot.
Just forgot about Marion Rodewold being one of the great defenders in Europe. She's hurt a hand as well, Kirsten Hoyer. Out of reach of Lammers, took a deflection though, corner ball. Hoderi. I say Hoderi wins the free hit. Dykstra back to Hoderi. Into the stick of Mandy Haas. A little bit of foot as well. Free hit to the Dutch. Yvke Mulder. Stick check on Mandy Haas as Kirsten Hoyer continues to recover on the bench.
This is a really difficult part of the field for Germany.
Why don't they bring it up to the 16?
That's a very good question. Just going to say they're making it very hard for themselves. It's hard to get yardage as it is.
Yeah.
Might as well take the stuff that's free.
Maybe there's a set play for getting out of that particular position. Dykstra. Swept in the tackle by Anke Kuhn. Right distance, just slightly off in direction for Sophie Muller.
So now Germany have a real chance to press the ball up in their attacking area. Certainly put some pressure on Sophie Polkamp, who hasn't played much in this tournament. Might be an opportunity for Germany really to pressure the deep defenders for Holland. But they've let the ball come out far too easily. They've got it back now though.
Yes, Polkamp playing in place of Schopman, who's on the bench having a breather.
And Polkamp's a very good player, but she hasn't got the experience that certainly Schopman and Boyd do at the back. Certainly in combination they're almost impenetrable.
And have played a lot of games together, Schopman and Boy. More than 300 games between them, and you'd have to say that well over 100, 120 that they've played together as a defensive unit at the back. Sophie Polkamp, the 22-year-old, playing just her 32nd game for the Netherlands. Off the stick of Sherman, didn't miss Mulder by a lot. Martina Heinlein too far ahead for Silky Muller. Kids have got a day off school. That's not a bad thing, is it?
Certainly know how to make some noise, those kids.
Come and watch a World Cup. You can bet they'll be making plenty of noise later this afternoon when Spain plays England. Kuhn, Keller. Lovely ball, Maker Stokel. Very good tackle by Polkamp. De Mello, big swing, ball had gone out while she was swinging. Keller swept in by Kuhn, only as far as Minka Boy. Hoderi forward for Mulder, couldn't keep it in. When they break with pace, the Netherlands.
And the trouble for Germany is they've got more than one player that can do that. Plenty of speed up front, certainly. And a number of very good goal scorers, as we saw against China. They had two who scored 3 goals in the match. That's extraordinary, particularly at this level of competition at a World Cup.
Mandy Haas. Martina Heinlein. Stokel. Muller. Polkamp was on her immediately. Poked it into her feet. The ball, that is. And wins the free hit for the Netherlands.
Good to see Germany now, from their perspective, being a little more aggressive in their press, certainly ensuring the ball can't be fired back to the deep defender, really putting the pressure now on the Dutch to earn the possession into the midfield, which they eventually do.
De Bruin turns it over. Rinner's challenge is punished with a free hit. Naomi Van Ass, good clean tackle. Breaks across the centre, has support from De Mello. Van As again, nobody had gone with her. Now Von Livonius moves to her. Rodewold for Germany. Von Livonius belts it long. De Bruin. De Mello. To Dijkstra. Lammers missed the trap, but that's a corner ball. Took a deflection off Maker Stokel on the way through. Ellen Hogue went early with the shot. Brought the save out of the goalkeeper, Christina Reynolds. She wasn't going to waste time weighing up the options, was she, Ellen Hogue?
She loves it when the ball's out on her reverse stick side. Has an excellent shot on that side of her body too. Even if it doesn't go into the net, it certainly forces a save from the goalkeeper, and then Van As was very nearly on the end of the rebound. So creating a second chance for Holland.
Fanny Renner wanted to play on, and then suddenly realised nobody had actually taken the free hit. Muller slid forward only as far as Chantal de Bruin. Stokel, Kern running forward. Sets her a big chase. Minka Boy always going to get there first. Did it easily. Smarbers, a little touch forward. And was checked, so there's a free hit back where that occurred. Almost half an hour gone in this first half, still 0-0. These teams have played each other more than 100 times, and there've only been about a dozen 0-0 draws.
That pass from Boyer at the back to Van As was the exact pass that Germany need to prevent from happening. Very penetrating pass from defence through the middle of the midfield, a very dangerous part of the field, and Van As is a player that can really punish you for that.
Lammers works away towards goal and went the near side. Probably should have gone the far side because Ellen Hoke was there. Ball out at the side. Here's that last attack by Lammers. Needed to come back from the goalkeeper. Hoke probably the better option. Here she is now with the ball in midfield. Dispossessed by Stokel in a good tackle. Hodery does the same. Gives the ball to Germany at the side. Schultz, Rinner close. Good ball. Stokel again. This is Muller. Takes on Chantal de Bruin. That's the long and the short of it. The long one.
De Bruin has a terrific reach, but when she gets down low to tackle, she's very, very hard to get past. You really need to get her moving early, stand her up, make sure she's mobile when she's trying to make the tackle, not nearly as effective when she is doing that. Just a little more thought required probably from Germany in the way they're going about their attack.
Karras chasing hard, keeps it in. Essentially to the advantage of Marion Rodewold. Missed ball by Von Livonius. She gets it back though. Rodewold. Ball had just gone out. Hoke. Good trap and turn by Mandy Haas. Schultz hurried into the hit. German players told to back off 5 metres. Hodery. Mate Hodery with the free hit. Can they manufacture a goal before half time? Can Germany?
Well, again, not a lot of movement. In fact, no movement at all in the German midfield.
Lammers. Karras onto the foot of Britta von Livonius, and a penalty corner for the Netherlands.
Well, again, the lack of enthusiasm in the midfield for Germany has really cost them. It was a very, very easy turnover in favour of the Dutch team, and they've punished Germany big time. Karras, a very good player, certainly knows how much time's on the clock. Was quite intent on winning a penalty corner. Could have taken the shot, but quite professionally chose to win the penalty corner.
Marte Pauwman not on the field. She's part of their battery. However, Kim Lammers is. And she can flick or hit. They've gone with Boy for the straight hit. The goalkeeper Reynolds just lies on it. Eventually it's just deflected away for a corner.
This corner was pretty well executed. Minka Boy hit it, but it was actually Kim Lammers at the top of the circle to the left that created a very good dummy. Distracted the German defenders. Karras almost celebrating a goal before it had crossed the line. I think had it spent before she had it.
Latif. Last minute of the first half. Possession bar very much in favour of the Netherlands in this game, and that helps when Janine Bierman almost offers the ball to you. Polkamp, the Brown. Naomi Van As. Good tackle from Mandy Haas. Haas has played very well back there today.
She's needed to. There's been plenty to do back there. Certainly been very good support for the goalkeeper who's new to the field today, Christina Reynolds. With the exception of a moment in the last match where she tried to save the penalty stroke.
Stokel, do they have time? 5 seconds, not anymore. Showed some promise then, Germany, just unable to finish it off and take it into the circle to earn either the shot or the penalty corner. The Netherlands have had by far the better of possession in this first half. They're already assured of their semi-final spot. Germany cannot make the semis now, but of course national pride is at stake, and as Claire Mitchell-Taverner said, when you're playing for your country, you always give it your best. At half-time though, neither side able to make it. This is better. Muller. Silky Muller wins the free hit against Jiske Schnooks. Rinner. Still Fanny Rinner. Looks inside the circle. No one there. Was aimed for Anke Kuhn. Missed it by a metre.
But at least Germany are finding the space. They may not be connecting in terms of the passing from stick to stick, but they are looking for the space in the attacking circle. So positive stuff from Germany. Anke Kuhn certainly acknowledged that the pass was on. Perhaps she wasn't in quite the right position.
Sophie Polkamp. Missed Chantal de Bruin by a good couple of metres. Badri Latif. Fanny Rinner. Latif, first time touch. Finds Muller. Dijkstra for the Netherlands. And this is Jiske Schnooks. Wins the free hit. Regulation stuff near the centre line. Hoderi. Pursued by Anke Kuhn. Burns her off. Mate Hoderi tried to slip it inside to Karras. Away come Germany. Silky Muller telegraphed that. Pauwman had no trouble reading it at all. Helen Hoke. Good ball in. Lammers. Kim Lammers will take the shot. And just wide. Kim Lammers, you always know that she is going to pull the trigger.
Well, it was a lovely pass from Ellen Hogue on her reverse stick side. The perfect pass, in fact.
Latif, Katarina Schultz found the foot of Schottman, has to have the free hit, gets it. Rinner dispossessed too easily by Karras. Gets the free hit though, hits it straight to Sylvia Karras. Maker Stokel. Good defence by Sophie Polkamp. Loose ball into the middle of the circle. Well behind Janine Bierman. Came off.